Hi, friends, and welcome to the Delaware County District Library's first ever character debate. Tonight, we will decide who will be in charge of the library for a day. Will it be Queen Anna from Arendelle, or will it be Mary Poppins? We will ask each character questions and use their answers to decide who would be best for the job. Be sure to type any questions you have for our candidates into the comments, and I will pick a couple to ask them. Once we decide a winner between Anna and Mary Poppins, we will then hold a second debate between Snow White and Shrek to determine who will be the Vice-Librarian. So if this seems familiar to you, it might be because there was a presidential debate this past Tuesday. The candidates for president debate 3 times before the election, and the vice presidential candidates debate once. By asking candidates questions in the debate, we learn about what they believe and what they plan to do if elected. So are we ready for our character debate tonight? Let's get started. So first, I would like to introduce our 2 candidates for leader of the library for a day. Please join me in welcoming Queen Anna from Arendelle. Hi, Anna. And Mary Poppins. Hi, Mary Poppins. Welcome, everybody. Okay. We are going to ask you each a few questions. So our first question, we're going to ask both of you. Queen Anna, we're going to have you start. What makes you qualified to lead the library?
Wow. Well, once my older sister found out she was the 5th spirit for the Enchanted Forest. That was crazy. You'll have to ask Olaf to tell you that story. Well, she passed down her crown to me, and that made me Queen of Arendelle. I have to look after the whole kingdom and make sure that everyone is doing all right. And so I think that has made me a little bit prepared to take over the library, to make sure it's taken care of.
Thank you very much. And Mary Poppins, same question for you. What makes you qualified to lead the library?
Well, as I'm sure you are aware, I am practically perfect in every way. I'll keep everything spit-spot. The library will be as such. You will always be able to find the books that you are looking for.
Sounds fantastic. Thank you very much, candidates. Next question. What is the first thing you will do if selected to lead the library? We'll start with you, Anna.
Well, I think the first thing I will do will be to build a snowman. And I'll encourage everyone else to build their own snowman too. Oh, and it might be fun to ride our bikes around the halls. And if I get a little lonely, I can always talk to all the pictures on the walls. Oh, when I get excited, I just burst into song.
Awesome. Very, very awesome. Love it. Mary Poppins, what is the first thing you will do if selected to lead the library?
Well, everyone would, of course, take some rum punch. That way, no one would get sick. An excursion would be for outdoors, required for everyone, patrons and staff alike. And every day we will have tea time. On the ceiling, of course.
Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. And our next question, Anna, what is your favorite thing to do at the library?
Well, after years of being cooped up in the castle, I love it when the library has authors come and visit because I love it when anyone comes to visit me, even if it's virtually. Oh, and there's a visit coming up soon with the library on, I believe it's October 21st at 6:30 in the evening. The author and illustrator of a book called Mr. Pumpkin's Tea Party will be having a virtual library visit. Yay!
That is really exciting. That's fantastic. And Mary Poppins, what is your favorite thing to do at the library?
My favorite thing to do at the library. Oh, the virtual story times are a joy. We recently started doing baby times every Monday. It is so exciting to see the children so excited about stories. But I also love the wonderful books that the library has. I love to browse and look at all of the new books and everything that people are interested in. I also love to talk to the librarians that work at the library. They have wonderful suggestions for books. So I would encourage everyone who comes into the library to talk to your librarian. You might find your favorite book.
Thank you very much. And our next question that we'll ask both of you, we're going to start with Anna. What are your favorite books to read?
I love books about strong, smart girls, such as Ada Twist Scientist or the Rad American Women A to Z book. I really like it when the characters are little sisters, too. I can relate to those.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And Mary Poppins, what are your favorite books to read?
My favorite books to read are ones about decorating, fashion, designing, and organizing naturally.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, candidates. All right, let's see. Do we have any questions today from our audience? All right, I don't see any yet, so I've got a couple of questions for both of you. And this first question is for Anna. Anna, who will look after Arendelle if you're leading the library?
Well, I've left Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf in charge right now. I think they have it under control. It probably won't be very tidy when I get back, and Sven and Kristoff probably won't take a bath the whole time, but it'll be fine, right?
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Thank you. And Mary Poppins, I have a question for you. Will you be able to commit to being the leader of the library for a full day, or are you just going to leave when the winds change?
The winds don't change so quickly within the day. Of course I would stay for the whole day, but
Excellent.
I can't promise after that day.
That is reassuring. Perfect. Thank you very much. And I think we have time for one more question for each candidate. So I have one for Anna. Anna, are the rock trolls supportive of your candidacy?
Oh, yes. They know that everything can be a bit of a fixer-upper every now and then, but with a little love and kindness, we can bring out the best in everything. And I'm happy to use my love and kindness to bring out the best in the library, and they support that.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Mary Poppins, last question for you. Do you think a spoonful of sugar would be helpful if there's a long holds list for the new book you want to read?
Absolutely. As we all know, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
So I have heard. Wonderful. Can we thank both of our candidates? And make sure that you use the comment section to vote for who you think should be in charge of the library for a day. So let's say goodbye to our candidates. Bye, Anna. Bye, Mary Poppins. Thank you both so much. Okay. All right, we're back. And now we are going to do our second debate for Vice-Librarian. And we're going to introduce our two candidates here with us. We have Snow White. Hi, Snow White.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. And we have Shrek. Hi, Shrek. It's good to see you.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. All right. I like it. We are going to get started and ask both of you a few questions. And a reminder, you can write questions for our candidates in the comment section. All right. First question. We're going to ask you first, Snow White. What makes you qualified to be Vice Librarian?
Well, as you know, I am the fairest of them all. It's always nice to have a pretty librarian. And I'm very good at supervising little people. I'll make sure that they tidy up after themselves and that they whistle while they work.
Wonderful. Very nice. And Shrek, same question for you, sir. What makes you qualified to be the Vice Librarian?
Well, you know, you've got these three people who are just so goody-goody. What you really need is somebody who's completely different, and you can't find anybody more completely different than these three, than Shrek. I think I would bring a whole different attitude to the job, and I think we could have a lot of fun.
Wonderful. Thank you both very much. We're going to move on to our next question. And Snow White, we're going to start with you. What is the first thing that you will do if elected to be Vice-Librarian?
I would like to make every hour story hour. We have such a lot of stories to get through and to tell everyone. Do you know how many princesses there are?
Don't. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's a great answer. And Shrek, same question for you. What is the first thing you will do if selected to be Vice-Librarian?
I think the first thing I'd do is come in and throw some books around, because everything's way too neat there. I think we got to have a little more mess. It makes people feel more comfortable. When she was talking about what Sven was doing back in the castle, I could associate with that. I think a good mess is a great thing to find. I believe I could also make people feel really kind of, because I believe it's time to make the library grumpy again.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. All right, Snow White, what is your favorite thing to do at the library?
Oh, I like to get information that helps me out with my daily life. For example, there's an author named Marie Kondo who has plenty of tips for keeping my house neat and clean. And if you've ever seen my opponent's house, I think you know he could benefit from some of her advice as well.
All right, Shrek, what is your favorite thing to do at the library?
My first favorite thing to do is to ignore Marie Kondo. But my second favorite thing to do is to go out on the bookmobile, because the bookmobile brings books and other materials all over the community, and I get to drive and I get to yell at the other drivers. So that's a lot of fun.
That is always a lot of fun, especially if you're driving that bookmobile about 5 o'clock, right?
Right.
I love it. All right, Snow White, what are your favorite books to read?
Well, I like any books by my favorite authors, the Brothers Grimm. Jacob and Wilhelm have told so many of the stories of all our princesses. Me, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. They really are the tops in their field.
Wonderful, thank you. And Shrek, same question for you. What are your favorite books to read?
Well, for one thing, I like books that have grim endings, but that's not what we're going to talk about here. What I really like is the Pigeon. The Pigeon is a character with great character, great attitude, a wonderful disposition, and he's always trying to do things that nobody wants him to do. That's my kind of character.
That is a solid choice. Those are great books. All right. Now let's see if we have any questions from the audience for Shrek or Snow White. Let's see. All right. It doesn't look like we do right now, but that's okay. I am prepared, and we have some extra special questions for both of you. And we are going to start with Snow White. Snow White, how will being the fairest of them all benefit you at the library?
Well, everyone likes to see a nice librarian. I'm very, very nice with people, and I'm always happy to help out.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And Shrek, I've got a special question for you as well. How do you think the ogres will be voting this year?
I think they'll be voting in great numbers when they know they've got a candidate they can really get behind. I think the ogres really have a stake in this election, and like everybody else, they should get out and vote.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute. We got to make sure that they're registered to vote, and the last day to do that in Ohio is this coming Monday. So make sure your parents are registered, and your grandparents, and your other ogres.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we do have one question from the audience for Shrek. Will Donkey be your assistant?
It's about time I had a good donkey working with me. So if I can find one, yes, no. But seriously, yes, Donkey will be working with me because we can't seem to get rid of him.
Good one. Good. I like it. Fantastic. And Shrek, another question from the audience for you. What books would you check out for your kids?
Well, let's see. I would check out, like I said, the pigeon, of course. You can't go wrong with the pigeon. And we have lots of really good graphic novels, lots of good pictures that I can describe, and I'm almost sounding happy, and that is very strange. I think the library books that I would bring home with them, I'd have to get something else because those kids would get too happy, and then would they really be ogres? That would be a very difficult decision.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much, Shrek. And let's see, we've got one more question for Snow White. Snow White, can you count on all the creatures in the forest to vote for you, or just the dwarves?
Oh, I think all of them will vote for me. The creatures of the forest, the dwarfs, and, someday my prince will come. And he'll vote for me, too.
Perfect.
Can I rebut that, please? I think I have Grumpy's vote.
That might be true. Yeah, we will just have to wait and see, right?
I think Grumpy knows which side his bread is buttered on.
Perfect. All right, let's thank our candidates for Vice-Librarian, Shrek and Snow White. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. And let's see what is next. Make sure you type in the comments who you think won our last debate for Vice-Librarian. Our analysts will look at the results in the next few days and determine a winner. Okay. I am being told that we have one more candidate that we're going to talk to today. Oh my goodness. Running unopposed for the position of Storytime Assistant, ladies and gentlemen, a dinosaur. All right, it looks like I've got a couple of questions here for you, Dinosaur. Hope you're having a great evening. So my first question is, dinosaurs lived long ago and are now extinct. How would you explain your existence in the library? And your answer is roar. Okay, that's fair. We're going to move right along and ask our second question. Dinosaur, would you enjoy singing songs and dancing with our storytellers at Storytime? And once again, your answer is roar. Okay, all right, we're moving right along. And my last question for you, Dinosaur, is what kinds of stories would you enjoy reading in Storytime? I said reading, not eating, but that's okay. Oh, that looks delicious. It looks like that's a yummy book right there. All right, well, great, wonderful. Thank you so much, Dinosaur. Can we all say goodbye to Dinosaur? All right. Thank you very much. You enjoy that book. All right. That brings us to the end of our character debate tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. Just a couple of closing announcements before we go. Now that Delaware County has been downgraded to an alert level 2, we are reopening to the public next week. Delaware, Orange, and Powell branches will reopen on Monday, and the Ostrander branch will reopen on Tuesday. We cannot wait to see you all back in the library. And finally, a reminder to all you grown-ups out there that the deadline to register to vote in Ohio is October 5th. You can complete and submit a voter registration form or absentee ballot request form at any one of our branches or visit the Delaware County Board of Elections to get more voter information. A link to our voter services page can be found in the comments section or right on the screen right here. That's the link you'll go to for more information. Thank you all so much for joining us. Stay safe and healthy, and don't forget to vote. Thank you. Good night.